Hey everyone! If you're a fan of catchy dance routines and funny cat videos, you've probably heard the news. TikTok is banned in the US. That's right, the app that's been downloaded over 1 billion times is no longer available in the land of the free and the home of the brave. On January 19, 2025, the US Supreme Court made it official. TikTok is out. But why? Why would America, a country that prides itself on freedom of speech, ban a popular social media app? Well, it all comes down to 2 words: national security. The US government is worried about TikTok's Chinese ownership and the potential for the Chinese government to access user data. Now I know what you're thinking, John, I just use TikTok to watch teenagers do the renegade. What could the Chinese government possibly want with my data? And you're right. For most of us, our TikTok data probably isn't that interesting to foreign governments. But here's the thing. TikTok collects a lot of data. We're talking about your location, your contacts, even the things you type but don't post. And the US government is worried that the Chinese government could force TikTok to hand over all that data. This isn't just about dance videos and memes, it's about the potential misuse of personal information on a massive scale. Cybersecurity experts have raised alarms about how such data could be used for espionage or to influence public opinion. The debate is ongoing, and while some argue it's an overreach, others believe it's a necessary step to protect national interests. As the world watches, Americans are left to find new platforms to share their creativity and connect with others. Only time will tell if this ban will stand, or if TikTok will find a way back into American smartphones. It all boils down to a law called PAFACA, which stands for the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary-Controlled Applications Act. This law, signed by President Biden in April 2024, basically gives the US government the power to ban any foreign-owned app that it deems a national security risk. And guess what? The US government thinks TikTok is a risk. They argue that TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, is subject to Chinese laws that could compel them to cooperate with Chinese intelligence agencies. This means that the Chinese government could potentially access the data of millions of American TikTok users. But TikTok isn't taking this lying down. They've repeatedly denied these allegations, claiming that they store US user data on servers in the US and have never shared data with the Chinese government. They even took the US government to court over the ban, arguing that it violates their First Amendment right to free speech. The controversy has sparked a nationwide debate, with many Americans divided on the issue. Some believe the ban is necessary for national security, while others see it as an overreach of government power. Influencers and everyday users alike are voicing their opinions, making this a hot topic in the media. The road to TikTok's ban in the US has been a long and winding one. It all started back in 2017 when China passed a law requiring Chinese companies to cooperate with the government on national security matters. This law raised red flags in the US, particularly when it came to TikTok. Fast forward to April 2024 when President Biden signed PAFACA into law, giving the US government the power to ban apps like TikTok. This move was met with lawsuits from TikTok, but the courts ultimately sided with the government. In January 2025, the Supreme Court delivered the final blow, upholding the ban and effectively ending TikTok's reign in the US. The app was removed from app stores, and millions of American users were left wondering what happened to their favorite source of short-form entertainment. Section 4. Politicians and TikTok, a complicated relationship. The TikTok ban has been a political hot potato from the start. On one hand, you have politicians like President Biden and Senator Tom Cotton, who believe that the ban is necessary to protect national security. They argue that the risks posed by TikTok's Chinese ownership are simply too great to ignore. On the other hand, you have politicians like former President Trump and Senator Chuck Schumer, who have expressed concerns about the ban's impact on free speech and the livelihoods of American TikTok creators. They argue that the government should explore alternative solutions, such as forcing ByteDance to sell TikTok to a US company. The political debate over TikTok highlights the complex challenges of balancing national security with individual freedoms in the digital age. It also underscores the growing tensions between the US and China as the two superpowers clash over technology, trade, and global influence. Section 5. Users and companies caught in the crossfire. The TikTok ban has left millions of American users and thousands of businesses in a state of uncertainty. For many users, particularly young people, TikTok has become an integral part of their social lives and a source of entertainment, news, and creative expression. The ban has cut them off from their communities and their favorite creators. Businesses that rely on TikTok for marketing and advertising are also feeling the pinch. The ban has forced them to scramble for alternative platforms to reach their target audiences. Some companies have even reported losing significant revenue due to the ban. The ban has also sparked debate about the power of big tech and the role of government regulation in the digital sphere. Some argue that the ban sets a dangerous precedent for censorship and could pave the way for the government to ban other apps and websites in the future. Section 6. What's next for TikTok in America? The future of TikTok in the US remains uncertain. While the ban is currently in effect, there are several potential scenarios that could unfold in the coming months and years. One possibility is that ByteDance could agree to sell TikTok to a US company, as was previously proposed by the Trump administration. This would address the US government's national security concerns and potentially allow TikTok to return to the US market. Another possibility is that the US government could reach a compromise with TikTok, allowing the app to operate in the US under certain conditions, such as increased data security measures and oversight by US authorities. However, it's also possible that the ban could remain in place indefinitely, effectively shutting down TikTok in the US for good. This would be a major blow to the company and its millions of American users. Section 7. What you can do now. So what can you do if you're a TikTok user in the US? The recent ban has left many users confused and worried about their content and connections. Well, for now the app is inaccessible unless you've figured out ways around it. This means you might face difficulties in accessing your favorite content and creators. You might still be able to access the app if it's already installed on your phone, but you won't be able to download updates or new apps. This could affect the app's performance and security over time. If you're concerned about losing your TikTok content, you can download your data from the app. This is a crucial step to ensure you don't lose your valuable memories and creative work. This will allow you to save your videos, comments, and other information. Make sure to back up your data regularly to avoid any unexpected losses. You can also explore alternative short-form video platforms, such as Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and Triller. These platforms are gaining popularity and offer a variety of features. While these platforms may not be exactly the same as TikTok, they offer similar features and can help you stay connected with your friends and followers. Experiment with these apps to find the one that best suits your needs. The TikTok ban is a complex issue with far-reaching implications for national security, freedom of speech, and the future of the internet. It's a topic that has sparked debates and protests across the country. It's important to stay informed about the latest developments and engage in thoughtful discussions about the balance between security and freedom in the digital age. Stay connected with reliable news sources and participate in community dialogues to understand the broader impact of this ban.